Hello and welcome to this week's menu for the 12th and 13th of September. 80 degrees, give it 5 minutes in the oven till it's nice and crisp, slice and serve. You've got a cauliflower, chickpea and chilli dip to go with some bread crackers and some sesame butter. This week's entree is a classic Caesar salad, which is a delicious thing. We've started with some croutons and bacon that have already been fried. Just pop that in the oven, which you can have preheated at 180 degrees. Leave them in there just for 3 or 4 minutes to warm through. Next you can warm your egg. Now these have been pre-poached, but just very gently, so please be careful with them as you pick them up and drop them into the water. That needs to go back into a little pot of boiling water for about 30 seconds. In the meantime, you can dress your plate with baby cos leaves. We've given these a wash and just left them for you to pull apart as you put them onto the plate. Then after your egg is warmed through for 30 seconds, gently with a slotted spoon, lift it out of the water and gently place it on top of your lettuce. And then with your other garnishes, anchovies, which I know not everybody loves, so feel free to leave them off if you're not too keen on them. And then a generous amount of Caesar dressing. By then your croutons and bacon will be ready. They can be sprinkled on top. And lastly, some freshly shaved parmesan. This week's main course is Atlantic salmon with a sourdough crust. Start by putting a little bit of salt onto the flesh of the salmon, and then in a warm non-stick fry pan, preferably with a metal handle so you can put it in the oven, put the fish into the pan with the bread side down and allow it to get some colour before it goes into the oven. When your salmon has a small amount of colour, like that, leave it bread side down and put in the oven for about 4 minutes. While your salmon is cooking, put the risotto into a pot, a small amount of water, and gently warm it through. While your risotto is warming through on the stove, your fish has had 4 minutes in the oven, flip it over onto the flesh side and back in for another 3 or 4 minutes just to finish cooking. When your risotto's beginning to simmer, toss the spinach leaves through until they begin to wilt. Then add the little container of mascarpone and parmesan cheese and continue to fold that through. Then your risotto is ready to serve. Just pile it into the centre of the plate. We've given you a corn broth that can just be warmed through the microwave. Add some of that around the outside of the risotto. Then your salmon should be cooked in the oven. Season the bread side of the fish and then serve on top of the risotto. This week's dessert butter friand. Give that 5 minutes in the oven as well, just to warm it through, and then serve on the plate along with some shortbread crumble, a berry sorbet, and some berry coulis. Thanks again for your orders for this week. We hope you enjoy your dinner. Please stay tuned next Wednesday when we release the menu for them. Thank you.